Hey guys, I am Felrus, sailing the seas of Raid Shadow Legends today. As you guys probably know, I have been super hyped about this champion, the Cheshire Cat. Guys, I got this champion for free from the Champion Chase tournament. I was very lucky. I only pulled whatever shards I had on hand, and I got over 5,000 points. Nobody else got over 5,000 points, so I managed to snag him from first place. I got him in some of my best gear, honestly, and I am absolutely loving him. So today, I'm going to be showing you guys what he can do in Hydra. Guys, but before we get into that, if you would like to start a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account during this Titan event, you can go ahead and use my link in the description below. To do that, you'll be rewarded with a free legendary champion, Corrado, as well as 3 free epics as you progress your account, guys, including Vergus, who has become an MVP on the Hell Hades free-to-play. Now that we've got all that out of the way, I can go ahead and show you my kitty. Now, I was fortunate enough to snag the Cat's Gaze relic while crafting relics, so I've got that upgraded quite a bit. He's gaining 26% crit damage from that and 100 attack from that, as well as 16% ignore defense. So this is an ignore defense champion. We're going to go over his kit, we're going to go over his build, all that kind of stuff. So keep in mind, I am using the Cat's Gaze relic on this champion. Also, for his kit, we have the A3 that buffs himself with Perfect Veil and increase attack. Perfect Veil is absolutely essential for this champion. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. Damage is based on attack and speed. The speed actually changes the multiplier. Actually, for all of his skills, his speed changes his multipliers. So the faster he is, the better multipliers he has. And we're going to get into his stats in just a second. So on the A2, attacks one enemy 3 times. Triple hitter, pretty good. Wish it was a quad hitter, but it's okay. Each hit decreases the enemy's speed by 1%. Effect does not work against bosses. Each hit will also increase the champion's speed by 1%, stacks up to 10%. So he's going to get an extra 10% speed from his A2. That is on a 3-turn cooldown, booked. All right, if he kills an enemy, places Perfect Veil on himself and the ally with the lowest turn meter for 2 turns. Then on the A1, attacks one enemy. If this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil, attacks all enemies instead. That's pretty good because he will then place a Perfect Veil on himself for 1 turn. So he's always going to be having Perfect Veil up, which is going to be great. We can run him with lasting gifts, guys, to extend the duration of those veils so that it doesn't fall off as easily, because on the A1, it's only a Perfect Veil for 1 turn. Guys, I don't have his masteries done other than the crit rate and the crit damage, but here's what I would do. I would pick up Whirlwind of Death, which increases his speed by 6 for each enemy killed by this champion, again, improving his multipliers. I would go ahead, I would pick up Life Drinker. I would pick up, let's see, we don't want Wrath of the Slain. We'd probably go with Bring It Down, Methodical, because he's going to be using his A1 a lot, because it's a fantastic A1. It absolutely slaps. And then Helm Smasher for another 25% ignore defense. I think that's what we do. And then on the offense side, I already picked up some extra HP because he's pretty squishy. Then I would probably put Exalt in Death because I want to go down. I want to grab. We don't really need Swarm Smiter. We can have this rapid response because he gets extra turn meter fill from his passive, which we need to go over that, what his passive is going to be doing, because the passive is absolutely essential for this champion, guys. So the passive, we can pick up rapid response so that when those veils expire, when the increased attack expires, he's going to have a chance to get turn meter, which is really good. He can pick up Lore of Steel, which if we get him into any speed sets like Pinpoint, it'll increase his speed. We've got him in Cruel gear, so he's going to be getting more attack from Lore of Steel. So we'll pick up Lore of Steel, and then we're going to pick up Spirit Haste. So if anyone's dead, he's going to be going faster, again, improving his multipliers, doing more damage. I think this is especially good in Hydra because you never know who's going to be dead. You know what I mean? Or eaten or anything else. Not sure if it works with eaten champions, but here we are, guys. I'm going to go with Spirit Haste. Again, ending in the tier 6 mastery of Helm Smasher there. He doesn't need any accuracy. He doesn't need sniper. He doesn't need evil eye because he doesn't place any debuffs. So on the passive, why is the rapid response so good on him? Well, on the passive, if this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil, turn meter fill effects are 30% more effective. Also, if this champion is under Veil or Perfect Veil, this champion's attack ignore 15% defense and inflict 15% more damage. So he's just got a flat 15% ignore defense on all of his skills through his passive, as long as he's under Veil or Perfect Veil. And that's why I think lasting gifts and rapid response are so great because once again, you're going to be getting another 30% of 10% as an increase, which is going to be absolutely massive. All right, then the active effect. Now, this active effect is super good in Arena. Whenever this champion is about to receive a hit that would drop their HP below 20%, blocks the incoming damage and places a block damage and perfect veil buff on this champion for 1 turn, guys. Okay, finally, he's got a 19% speed in all battles aura. So I just threw this guy into my best Hydra team, okay? I threw him into my best Hydra team, and we're going to take a look at the results here. So here we go. This is the results when he was just thrown into my best Hydra team. Now, you guys got to keep a couple things in mind with this. First of all, the new rotation is really, really bad for him, okay? It's really, really bad for Spirit Affinity nukers. Why is that? Well, I'm going to show you here. We've got magic heads galore, right? We've got 2 different magic heads. The head of mischief right here is a magic affinity head, and he is the squishiest champion, or sorry, squishiest head, and the key to getting the most Hydra damage possible. So head of mischief being magic affinity really puts a damper on our skills here. All right, the other thing you have to keep in mind is that when I use this team, I am using only Spirit Affinity nukers. So any heads that are bad affinity for us are a huge weakness because we have no affinity counters, for lack of a better term. So we have to keep in mind when we are using the Cheshire Cat on this rotation that he's not the best as far as affinity is concerned here. That being said, this is a huge part of his kit that he still managed to pull off almost 100 million damage on Brutal Hydra with the affinity disadvantages, okay? You can take a look. He's doing about 25k here. 25 million. 25 million damage from Cheshire and 42 million from Calamitous. Again, Calamitous has slightly better multipliers because they're not dependent on his speed, and he has the hex damage that is going to be spread here. However, I would like to show you kind of some of his numbers as far as Hydra is concerned, particularly here on Brutal Hydra, guys. Okay, we're not going to start on auto. I'm going to show you 2 different teams, okay? First, I'm going to show you the team I ran him in. Then I'm going to show you kind of the team that I will run him in because this guy is such a good nuker that he actually enables me to run a second Hydra team, which is quite good, something I've been looking for a very long time. All right, here we go. We are going to buff with the increased speed. Now, keep in mind the increased speed buff actually changes his darn multiplier, okay? So he's going to be having even better multipliers with the increased speed up, which is absolutely massive and absolutely awesome. Okay, we're going to go in with a provoke. I just want to show you guys some of his damage, okay? So here is, without drop defense, ignore, by the way, I have a fully upgraded ignore defense area bonus for Hydra. So we are ignoring, plus the cruel gear, plus the cat's gaze, we're ignoring, say, 41% defense. Without drop defense or anything, almost 20k per hit. All right, then we're going to go ahead and go with the drop defense, give the cat another turn here. We've got drop defense on everybody, very good. Okay, we're going to boost our turn meter. Very good. Once again, he's not under perfect veil. If he was under perfect veil, he'd be ignoring more defense and doing more damage, okay? There we go. 99k on a non-decapitated head. But that's not the AoE. That's the single target A1. Very good single target A1. Come on, just give me my cat back. Give me my cat back. Come on. Let's go. Okay, here it is. Here we go, guys. Check this out when he gets a turn in just a second. Let's see. We'll go in with Calamitous. This is not supposed to be a Calamitous showcase. Although Calamitous absolutely smacks. And I probably need to do a showcase on him in Hydra too. Okay. Here is the A1. Wow. 70k on an AoE with drop defense down while he's under perfect veil. That's not bad at all. We're going to go ahead and end the battle so you can see what the breakdown is. End the battle here. 2.05 million damage dealt. Calamitous coming in with 1.5 million. Cheshire coming in with almost 4k. So once again, Calamitous, better nuker here. We've also got a better soul on Calamitous. So there's that as well. Calamitous has slightly better multipliers because once again, Cheshire's multipliers change with speed. If we were to put him though on a rotation that was better affinity and everything, potentially in a different team, we could probably do a little bit better. So here's what I've got for another team. Now, He was replacing Thor here, so keep that in mind as well. Thor, I think, is slightly better. I've also got a better soul for him. So this is the team that I'm going to be running the Cheshire Cat in. It's got a lot of protection because he is squishy. Now, the passive does prevent his death, which is very nice, but he is squishy. So we've got Korugar for protection. We've got Syl for protection. We've got Ugo. Syl for heals. We've got Ugo for drop defense, block buffs, heals, leech, all that good stuff. Mithrala for some extra protection with the defense up, the attack up, and Hex, as well as the shields and the strengthens. Very good protection champion, Mithrala. We're using Cat's aura because he'll just make himself hit harder with the aura, right? Again, changing his multiplier. And then Quintus for the max HP damage and everything else. All right, guys. So that is him and Hydra. That's kind of my theoretical team I'd put around him. You know, obviously, if you had an AoE Veil champion, which we do in Truoth, but I don't think I haven't yet been able, I mean, you could potentially run Truoth in place of Syl, except Quintus is a bit squishy here, so you do kind of need a reviver. But that's kind of my ideas as far as running a team around him is concerned. All right, and then we have to see his stats. So his build is going to be, he's in a crit rate set, he's in a cruel set, pinpoint, and one piece of stone skin. Guys, I went for crit damage on the amulet. I went for attack on the banner. I went for attack on the ring. I went for crit damage on the gloves, attack on the chest plate there, speed on the boots. Again, once again, defense, but with a really, really darn good crit rate roll here. Triple crit rate roll. A fast helmet, and this was actually Armon's weapon, but here we are. It is now on the Cheshire Cat. Actually, I didn't have to drop Armon's below 300 speed to build him like this. All right, and the stats, just so that you guys can see, are going to be as so. We've got 36k HP, 5.4k, almost 5.5k attack with 2k defense, 266 speed. This is my fastest nuker on my account, crit capped with 260% crit damage. Again, that will go up with a soul as well, guys. Well, what do you think about my Cheshire Cat build, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, if you would like to start a new Raid Shadow Legends account, go ahead and use my link in the description below. You'll get a free legendary, Corrado, as well as 3 free epics as you progress your account, guys. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think of Cheshire Cat and Hydra? How has he been working for you? I actually think he's quite good in Chimera as well, but we're gonna have to save that for another video, guys. Stay tuned, because I've got more on the cat as well. I've got more on the cat coming this week. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I have been Felrus, and I will see you in another video.